You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
Hello everybody and welcome to your broadcast of the D2CL. Tonight we have the team, which I might have mistakenly named in our overlay before, but don't worry, for people out there on the VOD, you'll never know the difference. It is Team Empire, they're not the ones that named it incorrectly, going up against NLG, that is No Logic Gaming, and we're about to get ourselves inside the game when we have one more broadcaster and one more spectator load. I was just so excited for tonight that I just wanted to come online and talk to you guys. So you guys can watch and see what's happening with my wonderful Wind Ranger loading screen as I bring audio to my co-caster who will also be joining me not only for tonight's series, but also for tomorrow's D2CL series. It is Ryu. I always say your name completely wrong. Ryu. That name.
It's whatever you want it to be. You know that caster that's still loading? It's probably me.
Is it? So you're the one person we're waiting for. Why have you not loaded in yet?
I don't know. I think it's the first load of the day, and I'm also
What are you,
laptop.
Bamboo? Like, that was always his complaint.
It's a laptop. I mean, I'm not used to it loading this slow, apparently, but this is a good laptop, too. I'm kind of confused as well.
Well, you got 51 seconds to get in. I'm sure they'll pause for you, but you can get yourself into the game in just a moment. For people out there who are also wondering what's the status of the D2CL, you can go to D2CL.org. That is the website for all the details of the competition and the group of our games tonight. Well, we are coming from Group A is where we are. So we have, to be honest, I have been following remotely a couple of the D2CL games. The fact that I see Team Empire with a 1-1 was actually surprising me, considering Team Empire were the team which I kind of lost a lot of, if not all, faith in, which is really bad for me to say when Resolution and Silent are on this team. For me, I'm a huge believer in Resolution, not to mention Yoki and Aloha Dans and the whole boys. It's been a rough run for Team Empire of late, but they have actually claimed a victory. They actually claimed their victory over No Logic Gaming back on the 21st of September when they played their 2-0 in the D2CL. So that's not too bad.
My favorite was always Yoku and Aloha Dance when they were both on Alliance. Like when they would just do these quirky things in the off lane. Like I saw one time Pudge handled by Yoku, and the Aloha Dance was Earthshaker. And then they did a lot of funky things with the combo of them two, always going around and roaming and rotating. It was always really fun to watch. It's just, like you said, they never take the next step.
Yeah. And maybe tonight is the time to do that, because they're looking for a little bit of revenge. If you think, okay, when was the last time these guys played, you wouldn't have to go through your memory too far. If you had troubles with short-term memory, I would understand your issue. Can you get in the game? We're still waiting for you.
I restarted Dota, and I am loading in momentarily, hopefully.
Cool, fantastic. They've actually turned the pause off, and wait, just all. Wait. He is coming. Well done.
I don't know. My Dota crashed. It was really confusing.
Okay, terrific. They've paused it at... Oh, wait. You actually loaded in now. I see 5 of 5 listed on the screen.
I'm good. I'm in.
But yes, okay. So he's in. Go is the call. So these guys actually played last night. They played in the Dream League Season 4. No Logic Gaming did take the victory at 2-0 with some great plays by Excalibur on his Wind Ranger as well as Shadow Fiend. But they really got the greatest combos and the most abusive combos at all, where No Logic Gaming, they were running around with that Wisp Necro strat, which we saw Team Secret exploit during ESL. With the Bane as well in the mix of that. And they ran Lich, which means instant win in Game 2. It's a lie. Lich, though, is very, very powerful for the lane. So when you have a Lich and an SF, you're already going to throttle out 2 lanes, or flash farm up lane, and they ran the Tuskar as well. So it's just really solid all around for No Logic Gaming. And I'm interested to see if Empire can adapt to this, because they still seem to be playing the meta from 2 months ago.
Yeah, I want to kind of talk about with the Lich thing too, like you're saying. Like before, what we saw a long time ago
10
is
seconds
Lich plus
remaining.
another one in the mid lane, or Lich off lane with somebody else, and you immediately
5
win the lane.
seconds
And the way
remaining.
they countered that, that was probably around TI2 era, was they would always get a
Reserve
jungler.
time.
Enchantress would normally be the best pick for that, where you get 2 or 3 creeps, and you smoke behind the tower, and then you can get these easy kills on Lich. Because, yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? You add so much to the lane, you can always get creeps back, but if he gets ganked by, one of the junglers or something, he can't really contest. That's why you normally see like people go for Enigma or
Radiant
Chen or
team
Enchantress
ban.
when there's liches on the field, because sure they'll win that lane, but they can't really contest the jungles.
You actually gave me a flashback to the old Enigma Lich lane. I can't believe you did that to
one.
me.
Yeah, literally. That's. Oh man, I remember playing off lane Enigma Universe 2.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
actually, like, that's so legit. Like, it's so
So
totally...
annoying.
It's so totally legit, because, like, especially now with the changes to Lich or the way he sacrifices. Speak of the devil, he's going to be appearing again here for No Logic Gaming. The Team Empire will deny the combo they had previously, which was the Lich and Tuskar together. But it's just the fact that Lich can always keep the lane back, and then you got Enigma, who also sacrifices his own creep. So you're basically taking away half of the creep wave every, 40 seconds, I think it is? Like, sacrifices, 44 seconds on level 1. As long as you can keep your mana up, which Lich is fine with. Enigma needs a little bit of help, but once he's got Soaring, it doesn't really matter. You can completely shut down the safe laner. It's one of the most frustrating things you can play against.
Also, I see liches go the 1-1-1 build sometimes nowadays too, where you get that bonus armor 3 early on is a lot, as well as the enemy move slow 30%, as the attack slow as well as 20. It adds so much to just the early game presence, as well as you can even put it on a tower, right? And like I was talking about the Enchantress coming in, but if you have Frost armor on the tower, attack slow, you got the move slow. It's just very annoying taking these towers down, especially with the new glyphs added a long time ago.
So what do you want to do then? Like, you're running a Broodmother and a Lich already on New Logic Gaming. So you want to push down buildings early on, because with the Broodmother, you're always going to be forced into a trade-off situation. If you're going against Frost Armor as well, you're going to need a lot of pushing power behind you.
I speak for the trees.
Yeah, we've seen
Bob-omb.
Brood go 0 and 3. Yeah, there you go. That's nice. We see Broods go like 0-3, 0-4 in 6 minutes in the game, but it doesn't matter. Once they get their Soul Ring, once they get level 4 or 5, that's right when they can get all the webs out.
Yeah.
They can start spamming a lot, and that's when Brood takes over the game. So you don't even have to have a good early game. I mean, but with the Lich, now you can secure that early game, and then you can put so much pressure.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
Nature's Prophet. The thing is, with Nature's Prophet versus
Reserve
Brood,
time.
it kind of counters. Like, if the Broodlings are on the map, then they'll soak up all the damage from the Fury penalty, which is not that great. But if you get an Ags or something along the lines, and then you get all those
Radiant
trees,
team
then you could be talking.
Now you're thinking my playstyle. If you do get that early Ags and they just profit, your pushing power is going to be there. The thing which we said we were lacking, or Team Empire was lacking. But they've also got a lot of early pushing power. Nature's Prophet should also not be underestimated as a ganker. Even though some people do like to get lost in the trees with Nature's Prophet, which is completely understandable. When you bring Dust on the back of a Nature's Prophet, it can always be there to attack into the Broodmother. And with the Sprout, you get the vision
5
over the tree
seconds
line, so
remaining.
Broodmother, who normally just runs over trees, becomes visible very quickly. The cast time being lower on that
Reserve
means you may
time.
even catch out the Broodmother when you first TP in. So I'm interested to see how Team Empire approaches from either a push or gank perspective, or even maybe the question should be, how do they find a balance with a push and gank perspective?
Yeah, you always have to worry about the early game aggression that can come out from Nature's Prophet. Even if you're in a dual lane situation, like you said, it can instantly turn into a tri-lane, and
Radiant team ban.
he cannot be underestimated, the amount of damage he can do, as well as we see a lot of big plays coming in with the tree block. But another thing is, too, he can always get the courier snipe early on, too, whereas normally you see that as like a bounty hunter role, but Nature's Prophet does it, I think, a little bit better, too, at
10
times, because he can
seconds
always buy a
remaining.
TP scroll, he can always just go into that jungle and
Radiant
start
team
farming,
pick.
so you have to be careful there.
Outcast.
Another favorite game. I'm surprised it wasn't banned at all.
It's, I don't know, it's one of these heroes. I was talking to a couple of the players at MLG, and trying to get their whole grasp on the drafting and how you approach the draft. And one of the biggest things I heard, and even in the interviews when players were asked directly, they basically just said that most of the time you just let a hero through because you think you can deal with it. So you don't ban it out. Like, you ban out the Slaughter and Disruptor. Like, the Disruptor caused severe issues yesterday, and he's really good against Prophet Tuskar. Like, he's just a fantastic hero. But you ban the Slaughter when you played him twice in a row. There has to be one, like, you have more problems with a Slaughter than you have with an Alchemist. It's, maybe Team Empire, with the Ancient Apparition pickup, you just feel confident against it, but I've seen teams say AA is the counter Alchemist, but they never have enough damage to follow up anyway. So,
Yeah, they have to have a lot of burst damage. Tusk does give that in a sense, and Nature's Prophet can add some amount of control. Normally, Alchemist will go Quelling Blade though, so you can't really reliably
10 seconds remaining.
count on the Sprout too much there. But yeah, I think Team Empire definitely need another
5
stun.
seconds
Another mid
remaining.
lane here. I think Windrunner's not too bad here. Like, you can always Shackle Shot, and then you can
10
always get the
seconds
AA
remaining.
blast over the top onto the Alchemist, and most likely secure the
5
kills
seconds
most of the
remaining.
time. And then you can also use Windrun for Legion Commander's duel, but they're going a different route. This looks
Radiant
like a
team
Nature's
banned.
Prophet jungler now.
see, that's where I'd probably throw a question in. Because I know Resolution actually likes playing Nature's Prophet. Well, I actually don't know
Oh,
if he
okay.
personally enjoys playing it, but I know he's played it in the past and been a fairly good Prophet player.
10
And they need an
It's not
answer.
that great against Alk though mid. Like,
No,
the
it's-
trees.
It's
5
terrible,
seconds
especially when you
remaining.
also have to then walk in to an acid spray as an axe, or like, yeah, the trees won't stay alive. Like, what's your option there? It's not really great. So I'd almost want to switch up the lanes and give Silent a friend, like give Silent the mid, and then put
Yeah,
Nature's
he
Prophet
probably-
safe, let the axe play the off lane, or switch it around the other way. Because the axe
10
may in fact
seconds
be on the
remaining.
safe lane as they try and just lane dodge. You got Tuskar and AA, like that's
5
maybe
seconds
enough where you feel like
remaining.
you can go for an aggro tri lane.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go kind of aggro, like you're saying with Team Empire. They're gonna put
Radiant
Axe
team
against the
pick.
Brood. Even though I love Axe against Alk, I think you have to put the Axe versus the Brood in this situation.
Mhm.
And then you can do, like you said, maybe a Nature's Prophet mid, but and then potentially get another stun here, or just an all around good carry. And you have Tusk Snowball, and then you also have Chilling Touch. This is probably the most scariest, one of the scariest tri lanes you'll ever see. Maybe Tusk Techies is probably the strongest, but
10 seconds
Not anymore.
remaining.
Not after the nerf.
not anymore. Well, I mean, you can still suicide. That's
You
that's
You
the
could still
biggest
suicide,
thing.
but what made it so
Goodness.
scary was putting the mine down first.
But yeah,
That was the craziest
Reserve
thing.
time.
But
you
yeah,
just gotta get Pudge now, or Pudge are tiny.
I almost feel like they have to go for an aggro tri lane. Oh, die. Like, to actually run an AA tri lane, you kind of have to do this, because if you put the Axe versus the Broodmother on top, Brood's just going to run in behind the tower and harass the AA out. Which means your AA will never ever get any levels, and will probably end up feeding farm over to the Broodmother. And Broodmother does pretty well against almost any other core in the lane apart from Axe, so you know the Brood's going to just be dodging, soaking up experience, and eventually the Axe will have to rotate to deal with everybody else.
They could even put Brood safe lane too here. Like, that's the biggest thing about NLG's lineup right now. They can put Brood safe lane, Lich, Legion off lane, and they'll get a lot out of the lanes.
Man, that'd actually be
10
huge.
seconds
Then you'd have to
remaining.
come in with like mass amounts of sentries, obs, make sure you kill off that Lich time and time.
5
I mean, that
seconds
Skywrath time and
remaining.
time again.
This is, I just like how versatile they can be.
Okay.
Ember's Spirit.
Not a bad hero against the Brood. Definitely needs to get himself up to the Battle Fury. But
I'd
for
say
me,
this is
timing is
probably
going
one
to
of-
be the big thing.
Yeah, I say this is kind of like one of the weaker heroes against Alchemist for sure. Like, if you're talking about a man fight, Alchemist is just going to go to town on your Ember Spirit because
Yeah.
he has to normally stay in the back. So
This is all
sense-
about the dodge, man. This is all
Yeah,
about the dodge. Team Empire split push is what's going to keep them alive in this game. But I just wonder how much damage they're going to take while they try that attack.
I just feel like they're gonna. Let's see what they do with the Legion Commander though. That's the biggest thing because NLG's only initiation right now it's on the Legion Commander, and then you can also couple that with the Skywrath ulti on top. It's kind of like a clockwork thing. Once you get that Blink Dagger duel, instantly blow up people, and I don't know if they can particularly split push effectively. Like, they might have to bait a lot from Team Empire.
Well, I'm really worried for Empire, just looking at it. I'm feeling like they're going to get completely outlaned. And their timings for the pushes won't really be right. And it's also a team which is still sitting inside the base a minute and 10 seconds in. Like, not just inside the base, but inside the fountain. It's like there's a lot of indecision about exactly how they're going to make this work. And the decision was actually made, and I get to feel pretty right about something. Resolution will be taking up that role as Nature's Prophet. Silence on being put onto the Axe, and that puts Yoku playing the role as the Ember Spirit.
This is okay, he's offlane. Yeah.
Not terrific.
This is how they've switched up. Resolution always plays offlane now, and then Yoku always plays mid. So this is to be expected, I guess, in the lanes.
Yeah.
The anti-hack system going down on the drawings. Yeah, if we draw 2, does that work?
Yeah, it only obscures me. That's all it's gonna do.
It's gonna give you OCD.
But yes, you can draw if you wish to. So the laning you get is not exactly what we were thinking. Right now the Lich is still hovering around mid, but this is like the perfect lanes for NLG. The fact that you're able to run like a Lich and Alchemist in mid, normally the Alchemist is a big weakness early on, is not as bad as the Doombringer, but you're still walking around with 1 armor on an Alchemist. So if Lich can repair that around level 2, level 3, he's going to have a great time in the mid lane. Lich keeps the lane throttled back, which allows the Alchemist to farm up even more. And then you just run your bottom lane, which is the Legion Commander and the Skywrath Mage. Both want to level up at the same time because they're both looking for that perfect win combo. The dual control and the Skywrath Mage burst damage from both Mystic Flare as well as Orb or Seal. All of these things just ensure that you get bonus damage onto the Legion Commander. And Legion's can be really great at dealing with Resolution's trees as well. Just because he's got that overwhelming odds to work with.
This is... I was thinking they might put the Legion top. It could have been fine, but yeah, Excalibur going to get zoned out. That's the worst thing about having an Alch, you know? You can get that Grievous Greed level 1, but you're not going to be farming too efficiently until you get that level 2. So this is what I like to see from people. Oh, he probably has the change. Yeah, Excalibur needs to be a little bit careful here. This is just easy regen going to be burned now.
The control time's just not long enough for him. I really would have liked to see the Lich in the mid too, yeah. It's just one of these things. A nice little dewarding from both Empire as well as NLG too on the bottom lane. They're both taking out 1 Observer Water piece. The Sentry Wards are still going to remain, however, because that's a little bit further over to the side of the tree line. But it's... the Lich is at least trying to keep the Axe off this top lane. He won't really be that successful, however. And he's soaking up the levels from Mitch, so maybe he's just trying to make sure that Mitch is capable of getting towards that Soul Ring in time. And that's the play. Because if that is the play, then Lich just bounce off to whatever lane he needs to go to.
They have Aloha Dance rotating in over to the mid lane here. Could potentially get the courier snipe, considering Excalibur went for the boots first, so he's going to be working to his bottle here soon. And surprising enough, he went Grievous Greed second. I haven't been paying attention too much to that. Normally, you would see the Acid Spray maxed out more for more efficient damage, but...
If you're feeling heavily pressured, I can understand it, but it looks like Excalibur, and Excalibur's always kind of been a greedy player. Like, he's just searching for the extra cash more than anything else.
As long as he got those 3 CS right there, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Normally you want to get it just to help harass more and get it, but as long as you get those last hits, yeah, then it's perfectly fine.
Well, his bottle is up. And Aloha Dance. The hardest thing for a support Tusker. If you love playing it and if you love seeing it, that's going to be one of the hardest things to see. You're not getting any levels on the Tusker. He's literally either Snowball or Shards. He cannot be both at this point. And that's a real problem. Like, Tusker kind of wants his level 6. He wants to play around with this bonus damage and control, but right now, he's failed on his attack on the mid lane and wasted a good 2 minutes of his time.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put, a ward behind the tower or something, scout out when the boots or the bottle came out for the Alchemist, maybe getting that pick. They, like I said, they have the Furion, Tusk is roaming around. Could have been an easy play, but instead, just maybe trying to set up for a kill instead.
Spartan's going to be a little careful here. He's coming close in on Silent. Aloha Dance has rotated over, but Silent, how do you really keep chasing this? Like, you're burning through your remaining tangos. He's still got 4 left, and now he can go for the call. The Shah's to lock in Spartan, and this will be first blood. Looking for the spins. That range creep is going to do the work for him. 9 life, and that's it. The range creep actually takes the kill on this top lane, and that'll be first blood for the night. And Team Empire's heroes don't take it. Good job, Rangy.
Oh man, that's got to be the worst way to die. It's like when you're going away from a wagon, you just like know it's coming, that last hit. Just the worst.
It's like, just give me space. Just let me breathe. Let me breathe. Just get away from me. Take aggro off something else. Where were the spiders to get rid of that one range creep? Where were they?
Yeah, and they really needed that kill too, because Aloha Dance, like you said, was middle the whole time, was only level 1. Now he's almost level 3 here. Excalibur, which rune are you gonna get, you lucky son of a gun?
It is gonna be a bounty. I always wonder about this though. Like, you watch alchemists do this kind of stuff, and they get the bounty rune in the bottle, but why don't you trigger it straight away? Like, the only advantage. Oh, hello, bottom lane. Press the attack being used on the Skywrath Mage, and he'll turn around, trying to beat into Resolution, but now the damage is too much from Res. He'll be able to find himself the kill in the bottom lane, making it the second for Team Empire with a wonderful Sprout block. Garda, he's still got that Mango, so if he needs to press the attack, he can go
He's
more.
Gonna go down.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a Frost Blast back off cooldown in just a moment. If Spartan can force this with the Spiders, yeah, he's going to kill off Silent. The Broodlings will come back in and ensure the kill. And you still got a Aloha Dance on this top lane, so it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off.
Yeah, that was just a little bit unfortunate there coming in from Axe or Silent, because he didn't realize that there was Broodling still up. Else that could have been a good play going back on the Lich. But.
Alright. So, just want to say to everyone out there who is tuning in on the live stream, let's get some more viewers into the wonderful world of Dota 2. Share it over on your social networks, let everyone know what's going on, as well also watch Resolution die on the bottom lane. He's still he went for the Wrath of Nature, but the Wrath of Nature never reached the bottom lane, so he's not intimidating Garda at all, and they basically make him the meat in the sandwich.
You just want people to tune in just to watch Resolution die.
That is, no. Dude, Resolution's been, he's an old-time friend of mine.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad because he's in the off lane now. But
why? I actually think he'll function better there. There's so much pressure on the mid laners these days, where even most mid laners are being forced into the safe lane.
yeah.
That by putting him into the off lane, he can play his kind of style, which is a little bit more early farm as he's hunting. He's actually got the Skywrath Mage. That's nice. With the tree position too, he's trying to go for the block, but that meant he didn't move his hero forward, and the Skywrath Mage will be able to escape. But it's that kind of style of Resolution. Like, if you look back at his older games, he was always that guy that wanted to be the aggressive type, the one that would make the plays, just like this. Like, he's causing issues and just having fun across the map, and that's what I was really hoping for from him.
Spartan?
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble, but there's no snowball. Silent can't reach him for the call, so he'll be able to just run himself away, while Mitch is on the hunt for Aloha Dance. But he's not going to be able to kill him off. He just wants to control the lane anyway. He's fine.
You know what I'd like to see from Alchemist, though, talking about this? I'd normally like to see at least one an unstable concoction, because sometimes you play that greed game, and then all of a sudden the enemy knows it, right? They're going to know you didn't skill up your stun, and then that's when they can play aggressive. But if Excalibur maybe had it, he could have potentially turned around on, you know, the AA in the top, or potentially on the Furion bottom.
Top lane. They're going to snowball over towards Spartan. They don't reach him in time, and now Broodmother, if he turns for the Frost Blast, there goes your Tuskar. Silent, they don't want to attack into him straight away, and there goes your Culling Blade, killing off the Lich. The follow Sprout, and this is that dust movement, which I was talking about from Resolution. They chase after Mitch. You got a call in 2 seconds time, but Silent has no idea where Mitch is anymore. So they just find the one pick off over on the Lich. And this happens around the same time as Ancient Apparition, as well as the Ember Spirit trying to flash farm up inside the jungle, which they've been fairly successful at doing so. That AA is almost level 5 now.
He just got blasted, though. It was pretty funny to watch. I like how it took, 5 years or something, 4 years, but finally you get the Hell Resolution.
Yeah, he's got no hope of surviving this. He can't TP out. There's no point putting out trees because the Brood will just walk straight over it.
And this is going to be the biggest problem, right? Normally you don't have that much lockdown for the Ember Spirit, Skywrath, Legion Commander, maybe the duel, but when you have the Broodmother as well, having the Orchid at a nice timing, And Silence just getting harassed like no tomorrow.
Yeah, he's in a world of hurt, man.
They got Blast up again, and this slow is just too painful.
It's brutal. But there's no mana for Mitch, so he can't just go directly for the spider, so he's got to do this the old-fashioned way, which is run in there and hit him. He can't do enough work, and Yoki, he's been sealed up, but that's not going to do enough. The Lich will just burn to the Flame Guard. Really successful rotations for an Ember Spirit that just finished flash farming. So he's got 1 kill and got 61 CS. But in the meantime, Legion Commander, and this should really be the ticking time bomb for Empire. Like, you talk about that control that comes out from NLG with the early Orchid. If you get a Blink Dagger on this Legion Commander, she just won 1 duel against the Tuskar. So that's bonus 10 damage. You're going to get a lot more duels won once that Blink is up and running. Because that control is there to stay.
Yeah, I just don't see this Nature's Prophet working out at all, especially against this lineup. They really need a No Fear, as well as Resolution to make a lot of big plays this game. Both of their ultis are going to have to be carrying the team early on here.
That's a tall ask. At least the Ancient Apparition, with this Catapult about to go down, he will have that level 6, so the presence of the Ice Blast will be on the field. And he'll need to throw it towards top right now, because Spartan, like, Silent's trying to run forward here. They need a little bit more positioning, and Aloha Dance can help with that. But you look at the army of Spiderlings. They come in behind. There's a good deal of money coming in for the Tuskar when he does get that shard hit off. But you saw with basically 2 group nibbles, the Tuskar loses about a quarter of his life. That's not even counting in the amount of damage you're going to get from spawn Spiderlings. And once the Orchid's up, life is going to be a living hell for every support on this field.
Yeah, they really need to get Dust on... I mean, they had Dust earlier on Aloha Dance, but now they have none for the Brood. They don't have it on Furion either, so... Team is really lacking vision concerning this Brood Mama, and...
Can Prophet really be buying Dust, though? Like, he's going to be looking at his core items.
I mean, they could. The supports can buy it and put it on him. Oh, nice bait out from bottom.
Yeah, they jumped in.
Oh,
the Ice Blast. Oh, wow, it really did hit on Garda. He's still going to go down, however, because he got cold feeded up. And Excalibur looking for that pick-off and Aloha Dance. The acid spray. He's on 5 life. Excalibur can't reach him. Support, however, has come in from the Skywrath Mage. Drops the Mystic Flare. Ensures 1 kill. And Resolution with a TP out. There's your Silence. Just in time from Skywrath Mage. So you'll end up dropping a couple of players down on bottom. Silent in the meantime on top lane combined up with Yoku. And they were able to bring down that Brood Mother. So all's fair in love and dual lane war.
And they got the Lich too. So that's about... That was worked out really well for Empire too, because didn't they just get a 4-for-2 trade?
They got a 3-for-3 trade was the end one. So they went up by about 500 gold and about 500 experience was their extra advantage. But that's not really enough for me to say, like, well done, boys, like, this game is yours. Because Garda's still on point to get that Blink Dagger up. They need to keep harassing him down. And you're running against an Alchemist who's farming the jungle. And up to level 11. Like, you're going to snowball in the bottom lane. Resolution will come to help. The Ice Blast is coming in, but once again, is off target here from No Fear. And Excalibur's moving forward. The concoction to fly up towards the Tuskar. There's no snowball to protect him. And Garda, he's not going to find a duel opportunity. So he'll just let it go. But these kind of foul ganks can't happen from Empire because the Brood Mother is now taking over the top because of it. And they don't get a big enough trade.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, though, is Silent is getting his farm. And I was going to maybe say Vanguard wasn't really the best thing, even though you kind of need to get it against the Brood, as well as all the physical damage coming out from NLG. But he's going to have a nicely timed Blink Dagger, and that's what they need. He's basically their only initiation in this game, besides maybe a Sprout or a Tusk with the Snowball, but those aren't reliable. So you have to really hope that Silent gets this fast Blink Dagger, and he's going to have it a good time too.
Well, it's great for Silent. But the Blink Dagger is also up for the Legion Commander at exactly the same time. And I still look at the perils of the Alchemist. Hello, bottom lane. This is what we talk about with that burst combo. It just ensures... Oh, wait! Okay, he's actually got an overwhelming odds him. Wow, okay, that's the thing. Skywrath. Oh, that damage. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
No, it's not enough.
He'll survive. It's only a level 1 Ice Blast. But yeah, the Alchemist has a 12-minute Radiance. And now goes for more kills. So you jump forward onto No Fear with the overwhelming odds. They rip through him, and you do actually have Aloha Dance coming in for the return kill. Is able to find it, but that Radiance burn from Excalibur, he has to move himself away. Forces out the rotation from Yoku. And yeah, everyone's just going to get back to the world of farm. They're just not shutting down this Alchemist anywhere near
Radiant's
enough.
top tower is under attack.
I'm just having this Alc is just get free roam because of the Brood making space. And it's just like you can't really gank the Brood top. They just can't find a way to really do it. And even if they kill him, they don't get this tower. They really need to get these objectives too after. But they've only got it whittled it down to half HP. And maybe if they didn't have that Lich armor, or I don't know. I just wish that top tower was a little bit, or was down by now, and then maybe they could be working on a different tower here for Empire.
Radiant's middle
That would be the
tower is
dream,
under
but they didn't get
attack.
the push power. We said it ourselves, like, you got to find a way where you can push down towers, and you got an entire lineup, which Prophet is your
Silent, they just
major
won it.
push. Yeah, he is so dead. He won't die inside the duel, so at least that's 2 times now the guard has got himself a kill, but hasn't got the duel bonus. But okay, well, there goes your Tusker.
Radiant's
It was
structures
a dream
are
move,
fortified.
but now Broodmother's got practically a
Radiant's
full
middle
orchid.
tower is under attack.
He bought the blink, and it was he could have used it.
Under attack.
He could have used it right then and there, but maybe he felt like it was on cooldown because he got hit, but he just bought it. So I would say a little bit of misplay there from Silent, maybe not expecting that. But I mean, I don't know. He was there. He got hit first though, so it was really weird for me. And well, here you go. Empire is gonna try to come back to this top lane. Tower will be dead, but they can still make a fight here.
It's going to be difficult, because you still got the Blink Dagger on the Legion Commander, who's got extra armor as well. Mitch doesn't have the full Orca, but he moves forward, and there goes your Dust Trigger. But what are you going to do? Like, you Dust on him, but then press the attack, takes it straight back off again. Spartan will be in more trouble, goes for the Lich ulti, which will fly. Oh, no, no fear,
Oh,
no
no.
fear! Ah, it's going to bounce back up again. He'll end up dying. There goes your Broodmother, as Aloha Dance was able to come back into the fight. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade-off. Empire getting the rotation up.
Dire's middle tower is
But
under
they
attack.
take a fight, but you get a kill on the Brood and the Lich. Excalibur's still farming up. He's almost finished his Manta style. And Garda's back to his farm on bottom lane. Okay, this may make it worth it. Culling Blade, Axe needs. No, it's too early. He actually got the Chemical Rage off with a Concoction Stun. Can't buy enough space. Yoku, his Flame Guard, really helps him out. And, well, Skywrath Mage control for too long. The Ice Blast flying a little bit deeper. Spartan won't be connected on this one, and Resolution's trying to keep up with him. He's got Sprout in 1 second time. They just throw him all into the Snowball and surround the Lich, taking out 3 of NLG. Team Empire, this is the momentum play they really needed. Couple of kills on top, switch it in towards the mid, and they're the ones making the plays.
And Excalibur just extending way too long at that, not expecting the rotation over, and they got burned. And now this will be a tier 1 tower going down, but let's look at Excalibur. Like you said, he's almost at his Manta style, and this is good though for Empire. If they have a medallion, is anyone going to get a medallion? Because I really want them to do Roche here early on, but they don't really have the greatest team for it. And with Nature's Prophet going for an Ags, they really are lacking a lot of physical DPS.
Yeah, they have to make sure all these tier 1 towers are down before they can go in for Roshan. And as you said, like, they don't have the damage output for it. Even in the later game, you're going to rely on the Ember Spirit being your primary source of damage, which is a great thing for Yoku because he's 4 for 0, 120 CS, complete the Battle Fury, and we're only 16 minutes into the game. Like, this is actually
This is a dream.
Yeah, it really is. Like, if
is
the
a
Alchemist
dream.
wasn't on the other side of this game right now, we'd be going, oh yeah, Empire. Like, take that bag, shove the money so deep inside that no one will ever rob you. But the Alchemist is on the other side.
Yeah, and they still have a lot of ways to counter him too. The Legion Commander, the 2 silences, Orchid and Skywrath. So he has to play really careful. And I'm wondering what he's going to go for his next
Radiant's
item,
bottom
because
tower is under
he
attack.
might have to get a Lincoln's for the duel.
Here they come.
Oh, nice reaction. But
Spirit move. They get hit by the Wrath of Nature as well. Aloha Dan still wants
Radiant
this.
structures
Like, he
are
wants to
fortified.
take himself in with Silence the Blink Initiator. And Yoku's staying as close as he can, and there's the call. Over on Excalibur with the Ice Blast. Axe already has taken the kill before the Ice Blast will reach him.
Dire's top tower
And there's
is
no more
under
chase to
attack.
come out here from Team Empire. But they find yet another kill on the Alchemist. And every second down is huge amounts of money lost. Time is literally money.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
And
Yeah,
Empire
this
want to
is-
go for more. Like, they're coming up. They
those
saw
are
the
just
Skywrath
too
Mage. The
crucial-
call!
Oh!
No, fraction of a second too late.
Yeah. I mean, we could say the momentum is definitely shifting now with Excalibur dying twice there, basically giving a lot of free space for Empire to move about. They can now take over their jungle, get back the momentum, and potentially push top now. So, yeah, it'd be. I don't know right now.
What is Silent
Excalibur
building
can't-
into?
I don't know. Is he gonna go for the? I think Shiva's isn't too bad here.
He
Something
buys
like
a straight blade mail. So
That's great
he's
too.
looking to return the damage. For a moment, I was entertaining the prospect of getting something else, like like a Radiance kind of build on the axe. I know it's old school, up against a Broodmother, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
it would have been
It's
interesting.
kind of like Legion. You have two heroes that do the same thing kind of this game, where Axe is great when you have Blade Mail, as well as the Legion getting a Blade Mail. Or there's they have the
Oh, he's trying to drag. Oh, okay. What makes that so funny is the fact that Silent realized the Ancient Apparition Blast was a little bit too low. So in the middle of the call, he tried to make Mitch walk south into the Ice Blast.
that was almost a good play, but he wouldn't have been able to burst them down anyway.
They're coming. They're looking for the Shard Snowball, and they're able to find one as the Skywrath Mage drops the Mystic Flare preemptively, and the damage output is just too high. The Tuskar dies instantly. You still have the extra help a little bit further up, which is the Broodmother getting called out, and Yoku, nice Searing Chain, called out the Legion Commander. He's going to
Resolution.
press the attack, but the Ice Blast hits perfectly. They just want to dunk him, but won't do it. Silent's
Resolution
already
gonna
got the
die on
double
bottom
kill.
lane here too.
Is he? Run, has to spray. Gold!
He tried to TP out there, but it didn't work out. He got the stun off,
Radiant's
so
top tower
easy
has fallen.
concoction there. So Excalibur with his Manta up, now he's pushing to the bottom lane, and there he is. He's already up to 1,800 gold. And this is what happens. Sure, they won that top fight, but oh my. Okay, Yoku is just a monster.
Well, Lich was standing here in front of the tower. After he just lost most of his friends over near the secret shop of the Radiant side. Like, you have
Frost
to...
armor, man, it makes you feel invincible.
Well, you shouldn't, obviously, because he died. Like, I'm immortal. Oh, wait, no, I can die to a sword that can slice off my face. Aha, brilliant. Obviously, not immortal. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference. I know I haven't been casting for that long back at the JD studio, and already we're going into movie trivia.
Ooh, movie trivia. You know, that's the one thing about me. I feel like I lost so much of the move me.
The move me? The move me, yes. You don't move
Move
me
me
anymore.
I haven't seen that many movies in the last 2 years.
Nice jump. Goodbye, Skywrath Mage, Culling Blade, and Excalibur. He'll have to break free with the Mana Style. The Ice Blast was flying in, and Silent needs to get himself away. Oh, that's unlucky bounce. Gets hit almost instantly with the Lich Blast on the second bounce, the third hit. Yoku's also trying to run away here, but the Orchid controls him for a little bit. Sleight of Fist buys him the time to Spirit Jump 1 and 2 ways. Very far out of range of Excalibur's unstable concoction. So it's only an axe for the Skywrath Mage trade-off. And Aloha Dance found enough space on bottom lane. He's almost farmed up his entire Blink Dagger.
Yeah, once they have both
Radiant's
the
bottom
double
tower
initiation,
is
then you
under
can make a
attack.
lot of counter plays.
Dire's
Snowball is one of the most amazing things when you're
Oh,
against
Excalibur.
the-
No, this isn't the dream. This isn't the dream. If they can get one more little bit of chip of damage in, that's why Resolution jumps forward to go for the Sprout. Excalibur actually blocks himself. He Culling Blades the Sprout, and then mantis an illusion into the hole he created.
The good old days where Manta could take off the AA blast. No longer. I'm glad they changed that. That was just too
Well, it's like,
broken.
here's an ultimate, and here's an easy
Let me just-
dispel ability.
It's just, yeah, it's insane.
Terrific balance. That's why Dota, becoming better every day. Like, I actually can't remember the last time my Reborn crashed, so I think we can say we're back out of beta, boys.
You just jinxed it. Every time you say something, Toby, you jinx it when you
It's
say that.
fine. It's fine.
Time to cast on China servers again.
Oh, yes. No, but that's perfect world, man. You can't put that crap on Reborn. All right, it's Roshan time. Says you'll make this a little bit easier. The fact you already have the Yasha with the Battle Fury combined on the Ember Spirit, and then the Treants. They actually make this harder than it has to be because Roshan just claps. But normally they can just tank up Roshan.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna die soon. Let me just get all happy. Oh.
But this is the dream, though, for Empire. Like, you did exactly what we were saying. You take out all the early Tier 1 towers. NLG can't get over there to really stop you, which is kind of surprising because, like, where is your Brood? Still trying to play out the top lane. But that won't allow you to control up Roshan. That tier 1 tower being in the bottom lane too means that Empire can bring in support very quickly. And I'm just loving this from Resolution. Directly into Octarine Core as his second item too.
And the ultimate. What's the ulti timer? It's going to be down to 45 seconds with Octarine.
It's pretty low, man.
That's some great stuff when you can just dish that out. As well as you can get healed in the team fights with it too. So,
yep.
I mean, he's going to be very tanky. He's going to offer a lot to his team. And once he gets that refresher too, it could be very potent.
Actually, that's actually where my next thought was going. Like, I don't actually fully understand the refresher of, like, okay.
If you have vision, okay, so this, all right, I got you.
Okay, you got me on this because
I
I'm going to tell you a story about No Tal as well after you, once you got me. Okay.
Because he probably hit like nothing because he killed all the. Okay, so what you have to have is you have to make sure you have wards up in like 2 places where there's either the Ancient's vision or the Creep's vision where you can at least see 6 or 12 of the camps, and then you can get those reliable bounces from those afterwards too. But you have to be wary.
Well, that's one way to do it. Way too early on the Culling Blade, but they still find themselves 1 kill. Okay, well, that makes sense. Like, if you do have that Observer ward up, then yeah, you're right. That's definitely something I'll look out for future Nature's Prophet games. Because like my biggest debate is with a Prophet ulti, you throw it out once with an Agadim's upgrade, it does so much damage, normally you've killed off most of the creep wave that's already visible. So you need things to be visible for it to work.
That's why it's really strong during the daytime, because you can get a lot of ward vision onto multiple camps. So
yep.
I would say it's more effective during the daytime. And
the debate Nortel had for it was, and it was actually Nortel and Fly who were debating it, and they're like, it doesn't matter as long as we see all the heroes. Like if we hit the heroes twice over with the Wrath of Nature, it's still worth it. But you just don't get the big amplification that you're searching for, because that's when the critical damage connects. Speaking of that, Garda trying to man mode against Aloha Dance, going to get locked in as Calling Blade took a little bit longer, but Aloha Dance, that Ice Blast comes in to help out. It's actually, yeah, the Legion Commander just shattering on the bottom lane. Tuskar is the one to punch the ice.
All right, we got Excalibur working on his the Octarine 2. He should be up to it very shortly here. I want to have your thoughts on the Octarine on the Alc, since we see it so much. Is that better than going the DPS build Abyssal Blade, you think? Or
it's in this game, hell yes. It's just because you're an illusion machine. Like being able to pop out, like you kind of want to have BTs though with this in this build is the downside. Like he went for treads instead. But the ability to pop up Manta illusions every 22.5 seconds. Basically, with the Radiance buff, it's a never-ending army of alchemists that you just send forward to the front lines. And in a split-push game like this, you need that.
Yeah, I would say that's
Mitch
the
is in
biggest
trouble.
thing.
Mitch is in so much trouble. He's going to web to go up the hillside, closer towards Excalibur and away to safety.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up your last point, which is spot on, because this is the split push game. Because NLG, their lineup was amazing for early game, but they didn't really transition right when they had all the bigger items. They didn't get the Manta style in time. They didn't get the Orchid and group up together in time. They didn't get the mech on Lich in time, which still doesn't even have it. So they were forced to play from down because they had a great early game, but they didn't transition very effectively.
Oh, Excalibur getting locked up. Empire, like they're just setting a bait. So you're right, NLG, they didn't really transition nicely. Their push has kind of been stalled. The Alchemist is kind of like this one-man fighting, pushing machine, and actually wants this to happen. Silent jumps a long way forward. You get hit pretty hard, but they forced out the Ice Blast. The Ember Spirit just goes to work. Garda will die inside of his base. So double kill for Yoku. And 4 heroes lost for NLG. Only 2 of them have buyback, and one of those is not the Alchemist. This is actually tier 3 tower damage time. Novia's ulti was perfect.
Oh my. That's the problem when you have Alk on the front lines. It's just, you AA blast him because he's sitting right there. You call him, and then there's not enough follow-up damage.
Yeah, that's brutal. And now they go for more. If Legion Commander, the dieback! That's a dieback right there! Over a minute on the sideline. Now that's guaranteed, right? That's not just tier 3 tower. Yoku, stop taking the tower.
That could be 2 Raxes here. I mean, they still have Yoku with... Oh, there goes the Aegis. I'd be a little bit careful now.
But they've still got a huge army of Treants. If they want to, they can rotate. More than likely, the best thing to look for, if you don't just fall back, is looking for another kill. So you attack into the tier 3 tower and try and drag someone closer to you, thinking that maybe they can slow you down. But, okay, they get whatever damage in they can. In comes your seal. Silent can't, the concussive shot. Silent can't go for the blink. Mitch is also being kept back a little bit further. And, okay, well, this is summoning of Treants, and jump forward from Excalibur. He goes for the AA, just actually make sure the AA ulti cannot hit properly, and with a seal and a low hard dance, there's no real follow-up to this, but Mitch triggers the BKB. He's chasing into Silent. Excalibur needs to come back to help him out, but Mitch, he's just too strong as this Broodmother. Wanting to do more work, but, yep, Axe is dead. Ancient Apparition is dead. The mid lane, however, is also totally dead for NLG.
Yeah, that was totally worth it. And AA also bought out, so he's going to have his Ags and like 500 gold. And we've seen Alchemist pop without having it. It's very scary to think what can Excalibur do besides be in the back. Like, that's the whole point of him getting the Blink Dagger, was so that he could be in the back and he could be the one initiating in the team fights. But time and time again, he just keeps on getting picked off in the front line. And that's hurting a lot in these team fights.
It really is. Team Empire, like NLG, like they can't afford things like this to happen anymore. Like when you go for this Blink Dagger Alchemist, you're not split pushing with the treads. Like, so it's really about the team fights. Get the Chemical Rage off, be a huge force in the fight where Team Empire have to focus multiple heroes to deal with you, allowing Legion to do more. But like I'm actually feeling like the Legion Commander as well as the Broodmother are just falling off. Like the Brood is an Orchid BKB only, 30 minutes in. When Mitch had a pretty damn good start in the offlane, it never really transitioned into much more. The Legion Commander won 1 duel, lost her her 2 after that, so her 2nd and 3rd. It wasn't like they still found the kill, but the damage increase didn't start. The Legion Commander snowball didn't start.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Like you bought Blade Mail, and when was the one time where we really said, "Oh God, that Blade Mail is really hurting Team Empire"? I cannot remember that phrase coming from my lips.
I mean, it worked a little bit in the bottom lane. We saw it only once in near the secret or the side shop at the bottom when he was facing Resolution and Aloha Dance, but that didn't matter. Once the AA Blast came in and they stopped attacking, it was just too easy to kite it around. But
you know what I'd actually love to see from Team Empire now is something which is not as common, but it probably should be on Prophet, especially considering the world we're kind of ending up in, where push is back on the menu.
The Manta or Deso?
Actually, well, Deso is up there for Resolution. I would really like to see that, in fact, especially going up against all of this bloody ice armor. But actually, Necro books.
Yeah, Necro is really good, especially when you have the Octarine core.
Yep.
Reducing the cooldown.
So you have a Nature's Prophet with, okay, but he's going to go for the standard full refresher.
Yes! I called it. Get in your face, Toby. Get wrecked.
Dude, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. But yeah, to have something like Necro books on like 2 years. Like we had it with the Beastmaster when Beastmaster first came into the offlane, where it was all about rush the Necros, and it was just so powerful in the fights. But we're seeing so much more money coming in from this split push kind of play. Like Resolution, 32 minutes in, has an Octarine, an Aghanim Scepter, and a full refresher on. They better kill those spiders, by the way. Okay. Wrath of Nature will help.
I mean, the biggest thing that Furon gives you is just you're constantly pushing out the lanes, and then you don't have to have a hero there.
Resolution!
Where's he at?
Courier Snipe.
Courier. Nice.
He actually... Wait. How did he do that? There's no Observer Ward.
That's VAC. No, I'm just kidding. That's... I think they had a ward, but it must have just ran out.
Maybe it's because
the... Let me look at the stream real quick.
I didn't see it. I came in at the last point. Like, maybe if you can see the mini-map, but you got 2 minutes to wait. Either way...
it's not there. I don't see one.
Either way, we'll check it out later. Excalibur having a play down the bottom lane. That Ice Blast's going to come in, and they have to force off him out of it. Really nice dodge there from NLG. They need to go for more, and the Skywrath Mage is trying to TP himself away to safety. while the fighting is still happening in the front lines. The Lich ulti will go out, but the Tuskar Snowball makes it difficult for really any part of it to connect in. The overwhelming odds is doing some work, but not enough of it. Empire is just way too strong. Excalibur chasing down No Fear, finds the kill. It's Yoku, however, who's picked up himself a double kill, battling out inside the base, chases down the Skywrath Mage, and what are you looking for still? Excalibur on these front lines, but actually punching up only illusions. That's not really the play here. And when he gets Syrian chained up, Chemical Rage actually comes back off cooldown. Yoku has the Aegis Immortal. That's why he's forcing this issue so hard. So where do you go from here? Resolution just wants to get out of it. Aloha Dance actually ends up dying, dropping the gem. Silent as well. Blade Mail will not protect you, but it's Yoku who tries to battle against Mitch. The hunger is too insatiable until the Wrath of Nature completely wipes the Broodmother from the face of the earth. Excalibur, the concoction will fly and get dodged. Yoku, yeah, okay. I just lost the animation of Concoction, but I'm like, that shouldn't disjoint. It didn't. It actually still connected on Yoku, just it had no animation. But he saves the gem. They take out the bottom range racks, but it's a pretty heavy fight. It was a 4-for-4 trade-off at the end.
Yeah, that was still really good. I thought that insatiable hunger or incapacitating bite from the Brood was just going to win them, but all of a sudden Resolution's ulti came in. That was great to see. And you have to be wary. I think he didn't even have the refresher there. I should have looked and seen that last team fight where he used it and seen how effective it was, because like we said, if you don't have enough creeps on the map, then it just seems like it won't do enough damage when it's not bouncing.
Well, their ward vision doesn't actually scout out the Ancients.
Yeah, it doesn't really scout out any of the... There's no vision anywhere for any of the camps right now.
I like how, like you're talking about the incapacitating bite from the Broodmother with all that bloody mischance which kicks in. Almost instantly after the fight for Yoku, he bought the double javelins. Went directly into the Monkey King bar.
Yep, and then now he has a gem too, so he can just see whenever a Brood's around him, he can probably pick him off solo now, especially since he can Manta dodge the Orchid, so now life just became more difficult.
Yep. This Treant army, though, is not really scouting in the way I'd like to see from Resolution. We can send them all across the map. Like, Mitch is searching for damage. He's not searching for survivability. He actually went for a Chrysalis build, and we'll see just how much work he can do. But Aloha Dance, like, he breaks free of the Orchid by going for the Greaves. The Snowball will buy a little bit more time just for his Blink Dagger to come back off cooldown. And Mitch triggered Hunger for that, too. Can't reach the hero, so has to let it go.
Oh man, this AA Blast hit 3, and then he had Furion ulti over the top.
That was actually a double
dirty.
ulti. That was the refresher.
I think he didn't... Did he even hit the second one though?
I don't know. I actually...
Resolution!
I was watching the chase, but either way, man,
too.
that Wrath of Nature is still only 45 seconds, and they found him. They found Mitch at the tree line. He'll have to BKB himself out of this, but Silent, just so bloody tanky. And they're looking for more. They hit the Ice Blast on Excalibur. Yoku jumping forward, gets aside a Fist of the Syrian, chains the Shard. Skywrath Mage is so damn low. The urn was meant for him. Silent, he got silenced. He couldn't actually go in for the Culling Blade, but there's your Slider Fist, killing off the Alchemist. Legion's dead. They'll double buyback into this one, but they just break free. That Greaves doing serious work. And, well, Skywrath Mage, all they can do is just trigger the mech to try and get back on the front lines, but Excalibur, like, what do you really want from this? He's defending up against the huge wave of Treants on the top. That's some really good money if he can get it, and he'll catch up to Resolution. The Concoction will connect. Legion Commander needed that fight, but in comes Yoku and Aloha Dance. The Treants might also all be dead, but Excalibur, where's your Chemical Rage? It still exists for now, but it may not even matter. Yoku just carves him apart. You'll lose the Skywrath. You'll lose everyone. There are no friends left for NLG. Team Empire has invaded them all. It is 38-22, the end kill count, and game one of this 2-game series going to Team Empire. Oh, this 3-game series.
Nah, it's just 2 games. You called it Empire 2-0, easy. No, it was a really good game from both sides. NLG just need to transition a little bit better after the 12 minutes. This basically all comes back on Excalibur this game. He got picked off one time around, like I said, the 10-minute mark, and then again, right immediately afterwards, like 2 minutes later. And you cannot have that happen when this is your timing. This is your timing. You wait for the Brood to have Orchid. Your Alk will have Radiance plus the Manta plus maybe Blink if you really want to do that initiation thing. And then you can also have your Legion Commander with Blink. And then they can really take these team fights, I think, against Team Empire just because they'll just outfarm them so heavily early on. And it just happened that, you know, Yoku played like a beast. Resolution is proving that Nature's Prophet, I mean, we've seen Bulldog prove that, but Resolution now doing really good here too. And that, I just want to say at the end of the game, just that Blade Mail style on the enemy, it was just really great to see from Silent.
That's great for him, great for Empire, great for confidence for all those fans of Yoku. 13-0-12 is NKDA, and topping the fantasy points for tonight. Make sure you stay tuned though, we've got more Dota 2 action coming your way. Game 2, Team Empire up against NLG, who will take out the series. It was NLG last night in the Dream League game. Tonight it looks like Team Empire is off to a blinder of a start. We will find out how it will all end after this short break.